Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another anime video on our channel. Today, we're going to talk about an anime that had already been racking up lots of fans while it was on the web, where its potential was being masked. But now it's out in the open and out in the real world, where everything is way more beautiful than we imagined. The summer season is here, and I know there's not much to do. With most of us being in quarantine, anime is something that's been keeping us alive and going during this period. Hang in there, everybody. But with every summer season comes the summer season that we look forward to every year. The summer season filled with a bunch of shows that you can't help but get excited for at the beginning of the year. The God of Highschool is truly one of those shows. With those trailers that had us on our toes and at the edge of our seats every time we went back and watched them again, it's truly understandable why we feel so hyped when it comes to this show. I remember going on the internet day after day till it was finally the promised day. The day that the first episode would be out and be available for us to view and appreciate. The trailers spoke for themselves, especially since it was clear that we were in for some action at the hands of the characters, including the characters that had the misfortune of being placed in the front or in the same bracket as the ones up front already in the show. It gave me those One Punch Man vibes, and made me feel nostalgic, just like back in 2015 when anime wasn't that big. But with One Punch Man, we started seeing a whole lot of Western audiences getting interested in the show, and watching it over and over again. One Punch Man kind of reshaped anime 5 years ago, making the industry bigger and getting anime recognized and acknowledged by the rest of the world. I get the same feeling from God of Highschool. Having amassed such a huge audience from the webtoon alone, it's clear that the show has a lot of potential and, if done right, it might be the next One Punch Man and take the whole anime industry to brand new heights. This would also open gateways and make people less hesitant to animate things other than super hit manga, and would bring to the screen names that are really good but just aren't that well known. That being said, let's have a look at what God of Highschool has to offer, and what to expect from it in the days to come. A story we longed for. I'm a sucker for good action/battle anime. It's like something that I've been super into since childhood. The whole thing about two people fighting to the death, showing all these feats and powers that no one could have imagined, it really gets things going and definitely gives you that adrenaline rush. With examples like One Punch Man, Dragon Ball, Yu Yu Hakusho, Hunter x Hunter, and One Piece, the anime industry has leaned more towards the slice-of-life/comedy genre instead of the action/battle genre that made anime stand out in the beginning. But once in a while, we still get these shows that, at times, are not on par with what we would call good action battle anime. God of Highschool mixes things up a bit and gives us exactly what we've been looking for all these years. A battle anime where you're in the middle of a battle royale and have to climb your way up while using any means necessary. It keeps the mystery element alive since you have no idea at all what's about to come up next, and it keeps things all the more interesting. But at the same time, we get to see all that action, so we're okay and completely fine with waiting. And in the meantime, we just enjoy the fist fights. Characters that truly pack more than a punch. With the first episode out of the way, we already have a vague idea about the characters and their names. It comes from a guy who treats the bicycle like part of his own body, making the Sohoku Cycling Club look like nothing more than a joke, doing all these amazing acrobatics that would surely get him in a circus in no time. He has a retirement plan, at least you gotta give him credit for that. And all that chase just for the sake of the situation, the scenario that he imagined in his head just a moment ago, the willpower. We also have this store boy, who looks like he's really good at judo, reminding us of those strong silent characters that pummel you to the ground, making the ground bear imprints of your face. He demonstrated high strength by that punch that made a dozen people fly away in no time. Imagine him using a kick. Terrifying. And last but not least, the muscular and well-built bodies fetish is soon revealed, and it gives us a vague idea that he might be a fighter as well, since, with anime, anything is possible as long as you believe it with your heart. A few minutes later, it turns out we were right, and we see her using something like a wooden sword, knocking these people around, as if Garu had done his fist of flowing water crushed rock technique. Jintokai fangirl confirmed. We also have a glimpse of all these other characters that are truly strong from the truly ones to look out for in the episodes to come. I mean, all that bat swinging by that other nerd mistaking people's heads for baseballs flying at him from all directions, and that wrestler who made Stone Cold Steve Austin his anime reference debut. Man, we're in for a treat, aren't we? Animation that's on par with the best out there. The trailer gave us a glimpse of how sick the animation is going to be. The actual show executed it flawlessly, with everything so smooth. Fighting anime are hard to put on the screen, because all those camera angles and transitions are really difficult to make fluid so that nothing looks out of place. God of Highschool does a pretty good job and gets the choreography right too. The transitions are really well animated, and nothing feels out of place, ever. Music that makes you jump up and fight, hurting your hand with the first punch that lands on the wall. We had a sneak peek of the opening with all those trailers coming out. It was basically 90% confirmed that the music in the background was the opening song. It was confirmed later on that this was indeed the intro music. From those sick EDM music beats and transitions to having those lyrics that make no sense at first, but start becoming understandable just a few seconds later, it was amazing. I'll be your contradiction. Followed by those sick beats and animation that truly gets you hyped and play the opening over nothing but air while making you think that you just raised a bunch of buildings to the ground. The ending is just as good and really catchy in its own different way. But the opening takes the cake for me for sure. Plus, I love how before and after the break, we saw this 8-bit animation of the characters riding the bicycle. That was so cool. The final verdict. God of Highschool is truly something you can't miss out on. It's something that brought the whole fighting genre back into the spotlight once again. Who knows when that might happen again? Be sure to feast your eyes on it while you can. It has a lot of potential to be the next One Punch Man, and, if things go well, it might be the anime of the year. You definitely can't miss out on this show. God of Highschool is something a lot of people have been looking forward to for a couple of years now. It's something that has so much potential that the big screen might not even be able to handle it. But in the anime industry, dreams do come true. So let's sit back and enjoy the show while it lasts. It will truly go down in history as a gem and something that people will re-watch for generations to come. Be sure to leave a like. It really helps us a lot, you guys. And hit that subscribe button and turn post notifications on, since we post videos featuring anime you definitely can't miss out on. Until next time, guys, have a great night and goodbye.